Tech TV. Experience educational television.
No Business as Usual Hub, NBU, organized a movie night for the trainees on the theme Entrepreneur Failures. The trainees enjoyed the movie and had discussions with some of the mentors on the experiences on the movie.
Made him succeed. He was on the scene he was the first person on every scene. So that made his story or his videos and his images like the top ones. Now, there were instances where he could have stopped the crime or called the police or made them come in faster, but he didn't. And I think if you look at the story itself, if he had gotten a more human aspect to what he did, it would have given him the same results, but in a better way. Because most of the things that he did, most were immoral. And you look at the things that he did, and he has the good side, but the bad sides also come to play. And humans always want to see the good side, but I dare say that we all have our bad sides, and if we were also in his shoes, we might have done the same thing. So our guy was very goal-oriented. Whatever he would do to get to the top, whether killing people,
the power to have a bargaining power. Now we realized before he killed his assistant, he was telling him that he had the power to negotiate, but then the employee took it from him. And that was one of the reasons why he killed the employee. And also, when he was negotiating with the lady he used to sell the information with, he was also talking about the bargaining power. And I believe this is one of the tools you need to be able to survive to the top as a businessman, to know your rights and stand for it, the bargaining power.
You want to become successful in future, never listen to the second voice. Whatever that comes to your mind that will make you become successful, please do it and do it well. I agree with whatever he was doing. Even if I was in his shoes, I would do even more than that.
Need of a job. He needs a job. So he began as a freelance photographer. Then later he tried to get into entrepreneurship. So all what I've learned from here is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, so you have to be a person who can take a risk. You have to be a risk taker as an entrepreneur.
Mark Zuckerberg got into Harvard, and then he dropped out when Facebook started gaining some success. So he didn't complete Harvard. And I think it was last year when Harvard invited him back to give a commencement speech. And that was when he was describing how Facebook started. And then he talked about how when they started, it was just an idea, what they wanted to do. It was whilst they were working on it that they got a concrete picture of exactly how they wanted it to be. And for me, my biggest lesson from this movie ties into the whole idea thing. I think one of the most powerful things you can learn is how to identify opportunities to make money, opportunities to start businesses, and they all begin with ideas.
The world will buy you at the price you offer yourself. And the price that you are offering to the world to buy you at should be worth it. This guy was so broke. He did not just recognize an opportunity, but he committed to personal excellence, personal improvement and excellence. At a point, he told the woman he was learning some of those things online. Yes, he learned them online. He taught himself. He needed to have a price. Did you realize that When he goes to the news editor, he gave his price. The woman talks, he talks. At a point, the woman's bargaining power came down because this guy became indispensable. Anybody at all can be like that. The world will buy you at the price you offer yourself. But that price you are offering yourself should be worth it.
My name is Salisu Amar and I'm an NBU trainee here. The lessons in this movie has been enormous. Among some of the lessons we learned include the fact that as a person you shouldn't just sit down waiting for jobs to come. You should be able to get up, have the ability to identify opportunities and how to seize them. And if you do identify such opportunities, you should persist. Keep on doing, no matter how difficult it gets. That is how that person in that movie became successful, and that is how you can apply some of these things in your life to also become successful.
Yeah, my name is Matthew Mensah, and I'm a participant for today's program. Actually, I benefited a lot. It taught me a lot about perseverance and persistence. It also taught me a lot about creativity. In as much as you love somebody to give you a job and you have tried several times and it's not coming up, you need to also search within yourself and get to know that what can I do that nobody taught me that I can able to implement it. And you do personal development to develop the craft that you think you have identified for yourself. And you try to make sure that you've showcased what you have or what you think you can do to outside world there. What I learned from the movie, the guy didn't hide whatever he knew. He brought it out, he showcased it to the people that this is what I'm capable of doing. Got to a point that people were preventing him from coming up with what he think he can do. But he kept on persisting. In as much as he had his flaws, he knew very well where he was going.
What I learned from the movie is that you should actually know your worth, and then you should know what you're about, and you don't have to really trust anyone, and you have to know what you love and then what you can get from it.
One of them was like communication is the key to success, and I got to learn that one the first time the guy met one guy who was involved in the video news. He went and talked to the guy. That was where he started to create the opportunity. He communicated with the guy in which he was able to create something of his own. And like, you should learn more. You should learn more, because if you learn more, you better yourself.
Tech TV. Experience educational television.